Hello there, this is Alfredo with Century 21 Americana, and are you wondering what can happen in the next 6 to 12 months in regards to real estate? Well, guess what? Today, I'm going to tell you what I think might happen in the next 6 months or so, what my opinion is, so why don't we get right into this? Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Estate 101, and let's get into the information. So, you're probably wondering what can happen in the next 6 to 12 months in regards to real estate. Now, just to leave it out in the open, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what can happen 6 to 12 months. We can look at the possibilities, we can read the market, and kind of give us an idea of what may happen. So I'm gonna talk about this right now so you guys can have that clear and maybe understand a little bit more so you can make a right decision. Now, there's 4 things that I look for. Interest rate. Rate is really low at this time. I mean, between 2.5% and 3%. It could be a little bit higher, depending on your credit score, depending on the type of loan you get. There's other factors, but this is just to give us an idea of what's going on right now, okay? Sales price. The average sales price right now is $337, roughly. It could go up in the next month, but that's where we are right now, so we'll look at that. Inventory. We have very low inventory right now of single-family homes. And this is just a rough number, it's not the exact number, just so you know, but we're using it for this example. Okay, very low inventory. Demand. We have very high demand of buyers because of the low rate. So what can happen in the next few months? Let's go 3 months, in the next 3 months. Now, assuming that elections are over, so in the next week, couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, the elections will be over. And let's say the interest rate goes up. What that's gonna create, okay, is gonna create this demand to go down, okay? Because now, if you were able to qualify for a $337,000 home because of a low rate, you might not be able to do it now if the rate goes up to, let's say, 3 to 4%. Now, you're probably gonna be able to qualify roughly, 320, 310, somewhere in there. And this is roughly, okay? But I think it's more like 310. So I'm gonna use 310. But what happens with the properties that are higher price that eventually, if the demand goes down to, let's say, 8,000, buyers, because the rate is higher, so the demand is lower. So now these people here are going to have to start adjusting and lower their price so they can reach the buyers that now are approved. That's one thing, right? Which in hand might increase the inventory because less properties will be selling if that scenario kind of happens, okay? Now, what also can happen is, let's say the rate stays the same. Let's say it doesn't go up and doesn't go down, and for the next 6 months, we're still at the same rate, which is highly unlikely because more likely it will go up next year. I'm just thinking, I don't know. It just has to, okay? If it stays the same, this demand will probably go up because more people are gonna wanna buy. This number will probably keep increasing because people are still able to qualify. Therefore, this number might still go down and make it even better for sellers. So if you ask me, in the next 6 months, we might see a change. The reason why is because we got forbearances that are ending in March, April, okay? We got the renters moratorium that ended a week ago, and people are getting evicted, okay? They're getting service notices. That may still take like another month. So we wanna wait for that and see what happens. Because if these properties, they start going on the market, it's gonna flood this number up and take it to 8,000 properties per se, a month, roughly, instead of 6. which in return, these buyers or these sellers are gonna have to reduce their price in order to sell it to this demand. Because if there's more properties in the market, there's gonna be less of these. And if the prices go down, more likely the rates will go up. So we wanna wait for this to see what happens in the next month. You might start seeing, now we're still seeing right now, we're seeing actually an increase in listings going on the market just because people that weren't able to sell their properties because they were rented and because of the moratorium, we couldn't show rented properties, now we can. People are actually listing these properties and going on the market. But if we list plenty of them, if plenty of those properties go on the market, we might reach this number, we might even reach this number. And if we go from 3 to 6 month inventory, then it turns into a buyer's market because there won't be such a high demand. Because now let's say you got 10,000 buyers, now you got 10,000 properties in the market. Right now the average is 3 offers per property that goes on the market. So if those numbers change, more likely the market may change. Now I'm not saying it will, but we just saw last week from Zillow, NAR, CoreLogic, this experts Fannie Mae, they think the next year the market might go between 0.2% to 7% increase, pending all this that we just talked about. So if you're wondering what can happen in the next 6 months or 12 months, me too. Although I can say that right now, it's a great time to sell. You're gonna get the most money for your property. But if you're a buyer right now, it's a good time to buy because you're gonna have very low payment. So if you have any questions, give me a call, send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. So have a good day.